Welcome back. In this segment, we want to look at the role of surveyors in mapping flood risk zone in Nigeria. We just talked about that during the first segment where we're looking at the roads that are really bad in Nigeria. And one cannot just keep quiet over it. We need to profess some solutions and get people that can help us out. Right now, we have our guest in the studio. We have Olukayode Ogundare, the Vice Chairman, Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Lagos State Branch. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And welcome to the studio.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning to you.
And good morning, viewers.
Well, we're looking at the roads now. The rains are still up and the roads are dilapidated everywhere. It's messy. There's traffic gridlocked everywhere you go to, especially in Lagos. As the Vice President and the Surveyor, tell us first what you think is happening here.
Thank you very much. We all have witnessed a lot of reports on floodings here and there. And because we know that when there is flood, there will be loss of life, there will be loss of property, even the economic activity will be paralyzed. So there is need for a proactiveness. There's need for us to make all hands on deck so that we will manage or we control or we mitigate flooding. We are in rainy season. One of the contributing factors to flood is heavy rain. And that's why if you listen to weather reports, they will tell you that in so place, they should evacuate that place because there may be tendency to be flooded. So surveyors are also involved in predicting areas that are liable to be flooded. We call it vulnerability mapping.
Okay.
Surveyor is interested in predicting based on our gathering data to predict that this place they are prone to flood area. Okay, what are the necessary to do? Surveyor also provide information on how to combat it or how to mitigate it.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that. I think I have a lot of questions to ask you if time permits us, and I want to work on that time. Now, when you talk about mapping risk zone,
Yes.
a lot of people don't even understand it practically. And let's take an example of those places that Lagos state government will go and then start demolishing people's house and start saying, oh, they build close to the lake, close to the this, close to that. And then I believe before they build, they had surveyor who helped them map out their roads. And as the vice chairman here in Lagos, right, I think we need to ask you, is it that there's like a faction in your association, or there are some people who are so much incompetent that don't see the future? Because it looks like, I don't know if you guys, are technologically worked now, because the world has gone digital. So we believe that as the world is revolving, you should, be innovative enough about it. But then it's getting to look like the surveyors in Nigeria are not competent, they are not capable, because at the end run, the people stand to lose. Because after calling surveyor, so imagine, for example, in some estates in Lekki where Lagos state government demolished people's houses, we believe that the first person that should be arrested or should be questioned or the surveyor who map out that land for them. But it doesn't look like your association is even doing anything on that. Oh, they demolished so places, let's go. Who were the surveyor you gave the job to? And you call them and we get to know, so that we separate the dirty away from the beans. I mean, what's your take on that?
Oh, thank you very much. I want us to know that so many public, they don't know difference between professional surveyor and the so-called quote and unquote the quack.
Okay.
Majority of people, because they want to cut corners, they will not go and patronize the professionals. And most of them, after the consequence, they believe that it's the responsibility of the surveyor. As a matter of fact, surveyor in Nigeria, we are well trained. We pass through a prerequisite training to become a surveyor. We have all intellectualities. We have technology at our disposal. We embrace technology. So we are very competent. But majorly, some people, when they buy land, before they pay, they will not do what we call search. Most cases of demolition you hear there and there, per se is not the fault of surveyor. Some people encroach into different use. You know, they are what we call land use. They are land that is government acquired land. People will not bother to do findings.
But surveyors not supposed to know that too.
Yes, surveyors supposed to know that, but people will have gone ahead to buy land before they conduct the search. So what now come to survey is, I give you my land to survey. Good enough, the surveyor in Lagos State, when we work accordingly, we have the product that we give to our client to tell the client that this particular land is an acquired land, is within revocation, or is a freehold land. So it's left for the client to take further steps before start construction.
Okay.
You can't even know the status of land unless you get some survey data.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Vera. I just want to ask this again. You would notice that in the recent time in Nigeria, flooding looks to be taking over everywhere, and of course destroying people's property even before government come to say, oh, we are going to do this. And I'd like to hear the role of surveyor in trying to make things right in Nigeria. Example, you remember what happened in Kogi, what happened in Bayelsa, even Lagos, Ogun State, and now the driver that took me today was already telling me, oh, this water is coming out again. And sometimes we believe surveyors should play, a vital role. I just want to ask, is it that you're advising the government they are not listening, or you're advising the people they are not listening? Because there is problem. A lot of farmland are dead as we speak, and people are hungry. There are a lot of factors contributing to to the breakdown of Nigeria economy. And when it comes to land and surveyor, is a very significant part. So I'd like to ask you, what step are you taking, your association, to help solve this flooding problem and its risk?
Oh, thank you very much. To start with, I will even tell you that our training that we are planning, our association next year in Lagos State, still look at this particular aspect of surveying, intelligent flood hazard mapping.
Okay.
We are training our members. Yes, I want to tell you that there are a lot of factors that can lead to flood. Like flooding is a natural disaster. There are natural factors that can cause it. For example, when we have every downpour, every rain, it can lead to flood. But the role of surveyor in that regard is that surveyor has the capability to predict areas that are likely to experience flood. For example, in Lagos State, you will agree with me, Lagos State is in a low level, majority of part of Lagos is in low level area. Even some places in Lagos State are below sea level. When I talk below sea level, I mean the height of the water to the ground. Some area in Lagos State are even negative value. So, surveyor has the capability to tell government or to come up with data that will send signal to government that this place, this particular location is a floodplain area. Floodplain area, that is, these are places that when river overflow, the rivers will take over all this place. And in zoning or in land law, it is the duty of government to ensure that those areas that are liable to be prone to flood are not given approval for people to reside. Also, in Lagos or in some part of Nigeria that are well developed, the urbanization is a challenge to flood. We have people that will
What do you
build,
mean urbanization is a challenge?
that is
So,
development.
Yeah.
Development.
That
As you
people are
are,
now going towards where they are not
for
supposed to.
example, when there is rain, the downpour,
Yeah.
there are certain percentage of rain that will be percolated into the soil.
Okay.
But you see here and there, we have cemented the surface. We have built on the surface. That is not a problem. But we're supposed to make provision. That's why you see
Alternative for it.
drains and channels. What we see these days is that people block drains. People go ahead to build on channels, on canals and all the rest. People's activities are affecting the river banks. Some people go ahead to dump refuse and everything, they thereby increase the depositions on the river channels. You know, when you have a river channel of a particular width, and the sand and all refuse has already filled the rivers,
Yes.
you know it will have a
Definitely,
limited capacity to hold water. So when it gets to the brim, the next is to spread to the left and right, the adjacent side.
So what's the solution
Okay.
we are looking
The
at?
solution is that the government has to look at master plan. And the master, yes, ma'am.
Go ahead. I have some questions for you.
Has to look at the master plan. There are some area that is in the master plan as a flood prone areas, and they should enforce law so that people will not call and build on flood prone area.
So we have a
I want
master
you
plan.
to, we'll go on this break.
Yes.
I want you to, enlighten us more. Let's go on the break. Policies of the government, especially to flood risk management in Nigeria, and what do they do? And you also talked about your initiative. Can we hear those initiatives you've taken, so we can look at it together and see where the fault is? Is it from us? Is it from the people? Is it from government? Is it from the kind of policies our governments are taking?
Yeah, thank you, Ma. Yes, as I was explaining, the disaster can be managed. That is, we can handle it, we can control it if we put some measures in place. For example, it is possible we have what we call the terrain model of a place. The terrain model means that you want to see those that are low, those that are high. You want to see how water will flow, where water will go. These maps are produced by surveyor. Data to produce this map are captured by surveyors.
Really?
Surveyors also are interested in working on, if it happens, what are impact assessment. Now, if it happens, how can we stop future occurrence? Surveyor has the capability. We have some measure that we can put in place once we identify the root cause of the flooding. If peradventure it is the heavy downpour, people that are living in a flood-prone area will be sensitized on seasonal flooding, and perhaps government can look at that based on land use law to evacuate them.
Okay.
So that when the thing is coming, it will not be loss of to life and property. Also, there are ways if we identify that this matter of flooding is as a result of urbanization or abuse of infrastructure like drains. Surveyor has the information to provide for the policy maker that, let us have excavation or let us have drains. Let us tool our channels. Let us dredge the rivers or this particular rivers that is overflowing. Surveyor will go and make sounding. We have what we call hydrographic surveying to tell government that you need to dredge this particular area so that there will be enough capacity for the river to take the volume of the rain that is overflowing to the other side. Also, if we empower the research and institutions, there are ways we can come up with technologies that will give us information on about to manage a particular flood risk.
So in Lagos State now, for instance, in Lagos State, we are in Lagos State. What you talked about, the programs you people are having, can we just hear those programs as it will affect the people?
Okay. Yes, as Nigerian Surveyors of your Lagos State, our program that is coming very recent is to train our member on the use of certain technology, the latest technologies, to map a flood-prone area and to mitigate against the occurrence. That is what we can do to predict. We will simulate, this particular space, let us simulate the flow of river. And if there is no flow, that means the water will settle on one spot. What can be done to take it to wherever we want to take it? So we are going to train our member on the latest technology in that regard. And we always, at the end of the training, come up with the communique that we will use to advise government in that.
So you send it to the National Assembly. We're wrapping up now. What advice do you have for the government, for the people, the communities, and for the states?
Yes, we are synergizing with the, of recent, we know that the Office of Surveyors of Federation is now taken to presidency. And when it comes to environmental issues like this, it is the Office of Surveyors of Federation that are in charge. So what NI, Nigerian Surveyors does is to synergize with the OSGov, the Office of Surveyors of Federations, who are in the position to take those communiques to the National Assembly.
We want to thank our guests for today, Olukayode Ogundare, the Vice Chairman, Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Lagos State Branch. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on this segment.
Thank you for having me, ma.
Thank you
very much.
We'll definitely bring you back again to educate us more on what we need to do. We'll go on this break now. When we come back, don't go away. We're still on with the program, Bomba Breakfast Show.
Thank you.